Alright, this would be a perfect time to pop your ult. There's a few conditions for Reyna. This thing right here, the most basic condition is that if you're out of the two things at the bottom right here, if you're out of those two and there's more people to kill, pop it. So if you're out of these two, what's up guys? It's Xeffo here, and I'm gonna be doing some viewer VOD reviews. It's kind of scuffed since it starts past the pistol, but I'll try to comment on everything.
I mean, recording. Why would I keep 50
All right, let me say something here. Whenever it's this score line 0-1 and you're on an eco, try to do something that gives you the advantage because you have lesser guns. They're gonna have like specters, they're gonna have stingers, specters, marshals, whatever the fuck they're buying, bulldogs, guardians. You're gonna have classics or deagles. In order to give yourself the round win, you have to try something that will give you the advantage. This 2-3 on B and A, you shouldn't be doing that on your gun disadvantage round. To try to like maximize your chances of winning this round, communicate with your team. Try to do something that will give you the advantage. And if you're gonna take that gunfight, or just the gun that you have versus their guns, I kind of like this from your sky.
Raise the life for 50.
Interesting flash turn.
He's just the best.
Okay, let's discuss that. Let's discuss that. You did pretty well. You did pretty well. Look. You broke the dog. You also made presence here, like positioning wise. So they know you're here. You know, he jump jiggled you. He saw you in this specific position. You got flash in this specific position. Here, just reposition, man. Don't sit in this area. You were last seen in this area right here, and you're still sitting in this area. To give yourself a higher chance of winning any of these gunfights when they're walking out short, they're expecting you in this area. They literally dogged you, they jump jiggled you. You're sitting here shooting at things. You're blinded. Here, I would either reposition towards like back truck, peeking the short box, or back wherever this is on the barrel to peek short. Just to give yourself a slight advantage, because if you're in the angle where they last saw you, they're just gonna pre-aim you and you're just gonna die just like this. He cleared exactly where you were last seen. So that right there was a positioning issue. I like what you did first. I like that you broke the dog to deny them info of whether someone's playing close right or U-Haul. But after that, I think you should have just repositioned. Nice try though, nice try. On to the next round. Alright, so this is your gun round. Let's see what you do here. Interesting buy choice though. Phantom on Reyna. Nice dog break. See, I like this reposition from you this round.
Yo, why is that gun still in this game?
Okay, relax. Relax, buddy, relax. So, I like what you did here. You broke the dog. Ideally, though, you should be asking a teammate to break your utility while you're posted up, especially on Reyna. On agents like Reyna, Chamber, Jet, Yoru, maybe even Omen, where you have like a get out of jail free card, you should be asking your team for help. Try to play more so with like the other teammate that's playing on site with you. This Raze is solo pushing showers, you're solo pushing short. You guys are separated. You're taking like at least two people right now. At least two people. It says at least a 2v1. You're giving them the advantage. Especially on your gun rounds, you should try to stick together because they're gonna be the ones that are in numbers. This scoreline right here, you're gonna have vandals, you're gonna have phantoms, they're gonna be on their bonus, they're gonna have specters. He had a judge, those types of guns. You shouldn't be fighting alone. I like this. I like the idea of the dog break, but ideally you should have your teammate like this Raze. You should calm for your Raze because you know the dog's coming. You know the dog's coming. You're PMing it. Ideally, you should tell your Raze to break the dog for you, so you could either post up in this corner, get a kill, E out. I wouldn't recommend that on this specific round since they're on lower buys. So I would have liked for you to play like right here, have Raze break your dog, and then try to get a kill and E out. But I like the idea that you knew the dog was there. You know you have to deny info by breaking that dog. The execution though, I would try to improve. That flash was good as well. I delayed them. Okay, this is good. Right now, you and Raze are doubled up, but you haven't communicated. Okay, one other thing. If you actually truly want to improve at this game, if you want to become better, if you want to rank up, you need to start communicating with your team. Nothing is being said between any of these 5 players. They're just autopiloting. I don't like that nothing is being said pre-round about what you're trying to do. Everyone is just doing their own thing. You're getting mad. I don't like that nothing is being said and that you're still like focused on last round when it's a new round. You should try to plan out what you're trying to do here. Good for content though. Like you're doubled up with Raze right now, but you haven't said anything on what you want to do or what your idea is here, and you're still deciding on what to buy.
You can shoot that dog.
There you go. You said it. You said it. You said it. What I wanted you to do round two was ask your teammate for help, like, and then you could be the one like fighting off of it. Because if your teammate breaks your dogs for you, then they don't know that you're there. And as Reyna, you are able to get into aggressive angles, get a kill, and get out quickly. So I like that you like realize that there's always going to be a dog coming short, and then you communicate to your brim or whoever it was to shoot the dog. This positioning though is a bit odd. Playing Heaven as Reyna. There's no like glaring issues in this round except the fact that you chose to start Heaven. So with agents like Reyna, you shouldn't be playing all the way back like this. The role of agents like Reyna, Jet, Chamber, those three agents, they're special in the sense that they can get a kill and get out really quickly. You are giving up this entire space right here by choosing to play Heaven. You should be starting somewhere closer up. So like maybe showers, you can like ego showers with the blind and see what they're doing here, how many you can get info before you back off here maybe, and then you can back off here maybe, and then you can play like towards backside. You had no space here and you were kind of guessing, like you weren't sure where they were. The reason you were put in such a shitty situation, well, it's first of all, it's because your Raze died. But you could have at least traded your Raze if you were with your Raze to equalize numbers. I don't know what your Sky is doing running down long like an idiot. Could have at least like played with him, try to trade him out, get out, and then you're like better on numbers for the retake. But you sitting here on this angle is doing nothing. So with agents like Jet, Reyna, Chamber, Yoru, sometimes Omen, you're allowed to play in aggressive angles, get a kill, and get out. And if there's utility being dumped at you to clear you, like a Silver Drone, like a Reyna Blind, or a Skydog, communicate with your team to try to help you break that utility for you so you can get those kills and get out. That's the thing I would say out for that round. Also, again, your Raze is with you, but you guys are not communicating with each other. Here, I like that you're going for this play again. You haven't said to your Raze, can you break the dog for me? And then potentially you can walk in this corner, get a kill from over there, and then E back out. Personally, since it's comp, I would ego him. But to be the better player, you communicate with Sky. Let's double up. Let's double up. 2v1, 2v1. This is a throw play. It's a 2v1. You are reloading while exposed to this angle. He could swing you right now. He could like literally run up and swing you and you're dead. That's one thing I've noticed about you. You reload in very shitty situations and positions. You're also choosing to ego the angle by yourself, 1v1. You're staring at a wall. I'm guessing you're gonna like trying to swing this way, but here you should be communicating with your I don't know what your Sky is doing, but you should be communicating with them. It's a 2v1. We should group up. If you die here, your Sky is not winning that. Ultimate economy. Let's look at this. It might not happen in your rank, but we see that Raze has her ult. Usually, when a Raze has their ult, the other team will try to go somewhere with that ult pretty fast. So you should be right now expecting. Well, Chamber's ult is activated, so they might try to play slow as well. But I have a feeling they're gonna activate this ult and rush out on you either this way or fucking out of hookah. So try to be aware of the ultimate economy on their team and try to expect what they're going to try to do based on those ults. You also have a sky ult for retake, so try to be aware of that. So if you can't really hold sight right here, you can back off and let your sky know that we have your ult for retake. We can retake with your ult. Again, I would like you to take more aggressive space. As Reyna, you should be aggressively taking spaces like this, like showers, or like up to here, this cubby, even sometimes up to here. So this right here is a bit more dangerous. You need more utility to take it. This is a pretty common area to take. But as a duelist, you shouldn't be starting on site or back site. You should be starting more so in their area so that you have the space at first and they have to use utility to clear you out. You should not be giving up space so easily. You should be trying to maintain that space, and when you can't, fall off later. So this should be like a tertiary, if that's the word, a position for you. You could start somewhere showers here, then back off to this angle, and then back off to that angle. Like you shouldn't be starting at the site. You're giving up way too much space, especially on right now.
Two showers.
Also, this is an odd flash you keep doing. You're flashing here, doing nothing off of it at all, but you keep flashing there. I'm guessing you're trying to condition them into thinking that you're peeking, but you've never once peeked off of it. You just flashed. There are certain scenarios where we can use that flash to delay the push, but you have no info if anyone's even here right now. That flash is just useless right now. Also, I don't like this position by you. After your Raze dies, you choose to go up into a deeper position rather than a safer position. If anything, you should have been here from the start and then backed off the back. The main problem with your Reyna gameplay is that you're giving up too much space at the beginning. You're so worried about the A site right now because you have no space whatsoever. If you started showers, you would have seen that there's no one showers, and then you can just rotate to B. Because if there are nowhere showers and there's no people short, then you know that they're not hitting. Like if you have deeper control of the map and you see that they're not in that deeper control or the deeper part of the map, then they're obviously not hitting that site. If you have like short control right here, if you're sitting in this card, you see no one here, you don't hear anything, you have sound on this side of the map, you'll be able to get a lot more info and know where it is. Right now, you're in a situation, since you're starting on site, you have like literally no info and you're like worried about where they're gonna go. You're
Yeah.
questioning it. Is it A? Is it B? Is it A? Is it B? Whereas if you had more space, you'd have more info and you'd know exactly where they're gonna go.
They're here, they're here, they're here, they're here, they're here, they're here. Dogging? Can you use the dog? I killed
I
him.
shot.
Our teammate died. Was it op again?
Ooh, this is scary.
He's sitting over there. I'm trying to make sure they don't get the fucking op because the dumbass. Don't give him the op again. Get rid of that shit. He's terrible.
Let's
He's
talk
terrible.
about
Make
that.
sure the
Okay,
dog.
this part was
I
if you
killed
got
him.
the kill, I would have instantly right off this. The moment your raise died, after you baked the dog, I would have instantly went to re-clear showers because at that point that jet could not have a timing coming up here. Because when
Our
you do
teammate
decide
died.
to
Was it
do
op?
it, about 2 to 3 seconds later, you know that jet showers somewhere, but he could have a timing where he's walked up here, he's still sitting in this corner, he's still over there. You have no idea, which is what you take into consideration because you're guessing where should I flash. So I would have liked for you to do this play earlier, but also, especially with like these stupid ass Reyna blinds, try to position them in a way where the angle you want to peek is like towards you. You wanted to peek this area right here. That's where you were aiming. Ideally, be throwing it in front of this doorway so that everything is blind. Because if he's peeking from back here and he's looking at the doorway, he will be blind. But if you're flashing over there, this left angle is not going to be flash. Only the right angle is flashed. You should ideally be putting your blinds where they can see it from. This guy was not blind. I like this peek from you. This was a good peek. You played this well. It's just that you fucked up your blind. You also fucked up your timing.
He's sitting over
So
there.
you would totally gotten that
Because I'm
kill if you
trying to
had
make sure
blinded
they
it
don't
the
get the
right way.
fucking op.
Again, you're starting heaven. I don't like this. You as a Reyna, you should not be starting all the way back here. Look at how much space you're giving up. Your raise is doing better than you. Your raise, even though he probably doesn't know how to play the game as well you, he's playing the role he is in better than you are. He's up here. He's taking space and making them clear him. It's kind of a dumb play if he dies. He should ideally try to go for info and then satchel out, try to get one satchel out. You starting back here, they have control of this entire area of the map, but you shouldn't be giving up so much control of the map, especially as Reyna. Reyna, take aggressive fights, take aggressive angles, and then back off. You have an E ability, you have like literally an invisibility ability after you get a kill that you can use to get out of there right away. So you should not be starting in places back here all the way in your spawn, basically. You're just giving up too much control of the map. It's fucking you up. It's actually fucking you up because you're always trying to like guess where they're going. But this raid saved you this round. He took control of a short space and he doesn't see anything right now. They're either here, which you would have known if they're not here. If they're not here and they're not here because your raids already took space here, then they're most likely not A. So you could pivot towards B. One of you could pivot towards B. But since you don't have this like space info right here, they could be showers and you're worried about it. If you had played showers, these two areas would have been eliminated and you would have known immediately that it was going to be a B hit. I'm guessing they're either showers or market. But I feel more market because if they were actually pushing A, they would have some short presence. And since they don't have some short presence, they should probably be B.
I'm running away.
So chamber died B. Yep, it's B.
He's
And
running.
you would have known that earlier had you been in showers clearing this angle as your race clears short. And the moment both of you don't see anything, one of you could have rotated towards B to help
Are
out the
they all
team.
there?
So I like this rotate from you that you did pretty early, but you could have done it even earlier with the info that no one is showers. Again, on ecos, try to do something as a team. Every eco, try to do something as a team. You have three options on ecos. One, stack a site. Two, push something together. Or three, make a pinch play. So on this map especially, what I really like doing on ecos is pinching this area of showers if the team is likely to go showers. This team that you're playing against, they have not really made any showers presence, so you should this is practically eliminated because the only really good pinch play here is the showers pinch through here and then to teleporter, and they haven't really been going showers. So you can eliminate that possibility. So you have two choices. You can stack a site either A or B, or push something together as a team. The idea is you should be communicating that with your team. Hey guys, we're on an eco, they have better guns. Let's either stack a site or push something together. And that will increase your chances of winning the round more than it would if you're separated like this. Two people deagles here, three people deagles here against full vandals. It's just less likely to win. And especially on ecos, you're allowed to do dumb shit. So even if you're not playing together, if you're not pushing as a team, or if you're not stacking a site, on ecos you are allowed to do dumb shit. So if you wanted to, you could run down with your knife here, try to get a quick flank if there be, or just die instantly. That is okay on an eco. That is totally okay on an eco in comp. In comp, let me clarify, in comp, it's okay to do dumb shit on an eco in comp, but ideally, if you're like trying to be a better player in pro play, you should be stacking a site or pushing something together. Those are the two choices, or pinch. But in this case, this you should also be playing reactively to what the other team is doing. This other team does not like pushing sours, so the pinch is out of the question. Okay, I like this. You're doing dumb shit like double pushing. See, you got a trade. Good shit. Yeah,
I,
he's right. That was a huge pick. You traded your race, you can reposition to somewhere else. There's no reason to ego this again. Discipline. You need discipline. You don't always have to try to go for more. That play was huge. Not only did you get a kill, you took out their initiator, so they have no info. So listen. It's also important who you kill. Right here, the two impact frags that you would have gotten are these two kids right here. These are the two people that if you kill here are very impactful. Because listen, if they don't have their sky, then they can't clear corners. It's very hard for them to clear corners. And you guys are in an eco, so some of your teammates could have shotguns, shorties in corners. They just have no info to clear that. So this was a huge pick that you got on the sky. It also would have been a huge pick if you got their omen, because then they don't have smokes and you can kill them from angles that they're not expecting. So these two would be the most important picks on this round, and you got one of them. The moment you get one of them, you still should have backed off. Alright, this would be a perfect time to pop your ult. There's a few conditions for Reyna. This thing right here, the most basic condition is that if you're out of the two things at the bottom right here, if you're out of those two and there's more people to kill, pop it. So if you're out of these two and there's more people to kill, you can pop your ult. When you're in a 1vx, a situation where it's just you against not more than one person. Even in a 1v2, it's helpful in a 1v2. You have the ability to shoot faster and get out invisibly. Like they won't see they can hear where you go, but it's hard. They're not able to see where you go. The third situation is this specific situation where you're about to get into lots of gunfights. Lots of gunfights. So right here, you're in a 2v5, right? I think you make it doesn't matter if you make contact elbow or you're gonna make contact save, but you're about to go out and make tons of gunfights. So it would have been a good idea to pop your ult here and then flash out and then take those gunfights. You have not used your ult this entire half. There was one round previous where it also would have been good to use, but don't forget that you have this shit. This is a pretty good ult in these situations. Again, I don't like that you're starting.
I said it.
It's fine since
I
you don't
don't
play
like.
Reyna a lot. Any duelist really. Jet, Reyna, Ray's Chamber is a pseudo duelist because of that. His role as a Sentinel is to take space and keep it, whereas other roles of Sentinels are to just hold the site space. But you should not be starting on site. Now it is time for the all aim no brain. No, this half is
Why?
the brain half. The all aim no brain half is defense. This is where you have to make your own plays. On defense, you have to react to their plays. Okay, ideally, you should be playing off your team here, but your Reyna, you're overhealed. It's not a bad fight to take.
Tell me when my overheal is better run out.
If you truly wanted to
Alright,
go
let's go
no
then.
throw, you should be playing with your team, but it's not bad to take these fights since you're Reyna. Only because you're Reyna. Okay, you're taking space a bit too aggressively here. Alone.
Oh my god, what's my cipher doing? Just sitting there baiting me.
I agree. Listen, I agree. I very much agree. What is your cipher doing? But you said nothing the entire round. Your Raze is far behind you. It's not really your fault because you flashed out and you're going in, and your Raze just runs away for some reason. But at this point, you could have repositioned here. One thing that you do a lot is stay in the same position that you're always at. You did it in when they skydogged you. On defense, you just stayed in the same position. Here too, you're doing it. You kill the jet and you're just sitting in the same spot. So this chamber knows exactly where to expect you. He's pre-aiming you. What I would have liked for you to do here, after killing this jet, walk backwards towards U-Haul, like in this corner. Right here. Just so it's a harder fight for this chamber when he's speaking. Because right now, he's going to swing out right now, and he's aiming exactly where you are, because this is the last spot you were at, and he is aiming at it. But if you at least move a bit to the right, like this way, or what back up right here, he has to flick, and it's less of an advantageous fight for him. One thing I forgot to say is on your gun rounds, when you win the pistol and they lose the pistol, and then you buy guns like Spectres, Bulldogs, whatever, this should not be happening. Right now, they have shorties, they have deagles, they have classics. You should not be this separated when they have lesser guns, especially on attack. Because if you're on attack and they're on lesser guns, you have the better buy. They're most definitely gonna have shorties. So I don't know what this fucking Immortal 3 Peak is doing. I don't know what this guy is doing. You should not be separated on this fine buy round after your pistol round win. You should all be grouped together. If you wanna be separated, at least split the site like 3-2. But you should not be one here, two here, one here. This is such a throw like setup at the beginning of the round. You somehow win this round, but you should have not won this round. Here, I would have liked for you to ask your Sky. Okay, you know this. You definitely know this because you brought it up to me. As a duelist, if you have an initiator, you should be asking your initiator to use their utility for you. The initiator, if I was coaching the initiator, if I was coaching Sky, I would have told Sky, you should be telling your duelist that you're going to use your utility for them. So like if I was coaching Sky, I would have said, you see your Reyna running through the smoke, instead of letting him die alone, solo peeking, you should be like, I'm flashing for you outside the smoke. He has like a higher chance of winning the fight. Since I'm coaching you, the duelist, I want you to ask your initiators for utility when you're doing dangerous things like this. You can do this. You can do this. This is a totally feasible play, but it would have been so much better if you just said, Sky, can you flash for me through the smoke? And this guy can't even see you. He sees the sun. You're on 70 HP. If you lose this gun, it's sort of winnable for them again. You see he has a judge. Whenever you see a judge, bro, back up. You shouldn't be this close to a judge. All right, let me let you in on some sauce, okay? Some pro play sauce. Whenever teams are hitting a site, they have a tell. A tell. What a tell is something they always do when they're committing to the site. And some teams, some really good teams, fake the tell itself. So like, say you're hitting A, right? Your team right, your tell right now for hitting A is this blind plus a skydog. So your tell right now is your Reyna blind, which is good. You know that if you throw the Reyna blind, they're gonna be cautious. But it also includes a skydog because every round you've been hitting A, you've blinded this and then skydogged either showers or short. So your quote unquote tell here is those two things. If you're going for a fake, ideally you should be combining that skydog with this flash for the fake while your team is walking up B. So I would have liked for you to pair a skydog. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters in this elo at all because they can't really tell. They can't really. But once you get to Immortal, Immortal 2, Immortal 3, some people can tell. And especially if you're on a team, they can tell by your tell. This Reyna blind is probably ample like fake material. But once just to like give you a more in-depth understanding of the game, most teams when they hit a site have a tell. So you can sometimes tell that they're faking a site when they don't use their tell. Because some teams that are good but not really good, they won't like fully execute with their tell. So like a lot of the time on Breeze, the tell for teams to hit the site is a Viper wall with a Sova drone. If they don't have both of those in the equation, if it's just a Viper wall or just a Sova drone, you can usually figure out that it's a fake. But again, this is more like advanced level. It wouldn't matter in these
Flash for me?
lobbies
I don't
where
think they have an op.
people don't even know what a tell is. But
I
it's
think that
helpful.
op
It's
is
helpful
fake.
for you. It's helpful for you if they're trying to fake, because
Yeah.
they're gonna think like you. They're gonna think like, oh, the Reyna
Yeah.
blind is enough for the fake, and then you can think like, oh, usually they dog and Reyna blind if they're hitting the site. If it's just a Reyna blind, they're
That's
probably
good.
faking. So like you can use it defensively, but I feel like on attack it's not really that important because they really can't differentiate between what's a fake and not. But if for your like future
Yeah.
reference, if you want to make it easier to tell if it's a fake, then the main thing is the tell the team has for hitting a site,
They
which
have an
is
op?
usually a combination
No,
of
they
some
did
sort of
not have an op.
utility that they always use before taking the site. Yeah, you're very lucky this team was ass, because anything you're doing is just working. Nothing is not working for you. But you have tons of ults here. There's like tons of plays you can
Do a
make
TP.
that would be quote unquote better, but since what's working is working, it's completely fine. Which is why kind of
One
games like
wall.
these where it's like a team diff or a Reyna diff, it's pretty difficult to
I
like
have him.
give you the full extent of what you need to focus on. because it's not like a full extent of playing the game the way it's supposed to be. Your mistakes are compounded. Your good moments are
I'm actually
compounded
cold. To
when
me,
it's
I'm
like
cold
12
right now.
12 OT game. For team diffs, even if you play like a pro, it's pretty difficult to win. Even if you play like a pro, it's
My Drilla.
probably not even going to go into OT. If it's an entirely team diff, if it's just you against their entire team, it'll
My
end like
Drilla.
13-11 your loss if you play like a pro. I like that you use your E sometimes to be the drone. That's a good use of
He's
the E
elbow.
that not many people know about. Running out with your knife like this is not something I like, but you got lucky.
He's dead. On me.
Right here, I would have. Ooh, you're doing it. Nice. Good shit. Good shit. Just ego everything.
You're so Phantom tax.
GG.
Yeah, you
All right,
suck.
let's pull out the notepad.